3 Eyewitness News begins with breaking news.
Thanks for joining us tonight on Eyewitness News at 11. I'm Marc Robbins, and we do begin with breaking news in Windsor, where I-91 northbound has been shut down for hours. I want to show you some video where state police tell us a serious crash is under investigation involving a pedestrian hit by a car. It happened just after 7 o'clock tonight near exit 40. We're told there are serious injuries, and again, the highway is shut down on the northbound side, causing huge traffic backups. People are urged to find alternate routes. And now to Enfield, where an SUV hit a woman on a sidewalk, killing her earlier this morning, and then crashed into a nearby business. Your reporter Owen Kingsley spoke with eyewitnesses and has video of the crash.
It happened here on Hazard Avenue around 9:45 Saturday morning. Now, witnesses, they describe seeing a woman standing on the sidewalk near the edge of the crosswalk down here when a car slammed into her. It continued through this parking lot, crashing into the Jug Shop liquor store behind us. New video tonight shows that exact moment. Police say 57-year-old Kimberly Knowles was struck by that BMW after it appears to go over the curb and crashing into this liquor store. Knowles died later at a nearby hospital.
Everyone was in shock, to see, like I say, especially seeing that elder lady on the floor gasping for air.
Exclusive eyewitness video shows moments after the crash, several people running towards the Jug Shop liquor store to help the driver, a 36-year-old man. Police say he only suffered minor injuries.
It's total chaos in there, liquor all over the floor and broken glass everywhere.
I was scared for a couple of minutes and I was totally blank.
Mayank Jarawal was inside the liquor store when that car crashed through. He was not hurt. Once he was able to compose himself, he called 911.
I don't have any kind of words to express my feeling, but I'm scared right now too.
Satish Panchal owns the store. As workers board up the massive hole in his building, there's still plenty to clean inside too. He believes he lost about $80,000 to $90,000 worth of wine, whiskey, and tequila in the crash.
Once my business open, I will get my money back. Yeah. But the person we lost, we can't get back.
Satish says he hopes to reopen his store in the next few weeks after following through with the insurance process. Now, police have not announced any arrests in relation to this crash. Your reporter in Enfield, I'm Owen Kingsley, Channel 3 Eyewitness News.
All right, it was a warm day across Connecticut. Ample sunshine, temperatures peaking in the 70s to near 80 degrees, more in line with early September as opposed to early October. Here in the 11 o'clock hour, we've made our way from the 60s into the 50s in many locations, and the drop will continue. We're going down a few more degrees, and our sky remains clear. Winds are light and variable, if not calm, so we'll bottom out in the 50 to 55 degree range inland, mid-50s along the shoreline, some upper 40s possible across the usual cooler spots of northwest Connecticut. And first alert future cast throughout the day for our Sunday. Very similar to today. Ample sunshine, high pressure still firmly in control, but temperatures will actually go up compared to today. So even warmer weather, 80 to 85 inland, upper 70s to near 80 along the 95 corridor. We could use some rain. Deficits are building, and we have a really good shot at some rain. We have one opportunity over the next 7 days. That's coming Wednesday. So before that happens, we are going to be trending warmer. Behind that, trending cooler as it's associated with the cold front. We'll have much more on that transition, what we mean about the rain, the timing, and how much could fall. That's ahead in the first alert 7 day.
All right, Mark, thanks. We'll talk to you in just a bit. Windsor's school superintendent is busy making plans in the case of a DATCO school bus driver strike this coming Monday. Now, it's actually a contract dispute affecting Teamster Union drivers in Middletown and Cromwell. But all unionized drivers can choose to join in. And Windsor does have a contract in place with DATCO. To that point, the superintendent sent out a message to families in Windsor saying, quote, "At this time, we do not expect the strike. If it happens and it impacts Windsor, I want you to share with you the information we have and the steps we will take if the situation changes." Among the contingency plans, early arrival options at Windsor High School and Sage Park Middle Schools. They'll have staff at the schools until 6 p.m. in the evening, and families will be notified if the plan is activated Sunday night or Monday morning. And now to Wethersfield, where a 22-year-old man from Springfield, Massachusetts is charged with driving under the influence in connection with a deadly crash on Route 15 just before midnight last night. Investigators say Alexis Garcia was driving northbound when his car veered off the road and down an embankment. His passengers, 25-year-old Joshua Gonzalez of Springfield and 20-year-old Edwin Guzman of Chicopee, Massachusetts, were thrown from the car and died. Garcia is being held in state police custody on a $250,000 bond. He's due in court on Monday. Police in New Britain made an arrest in the stabbing of 4 people yesterday in a house on Allen Street. 24-year-old Kari Gonzalez is charged with 4 counts of assault. Police say 3 of the victims were family members and 1 is a Gonzalez family friend. New tonight at 11, a federal judge has temporarily blocked the Trump administration from ordering National Guard troops into Portland, Oregon. The ruling comes following hours of arguments on Friday. The president says the troops are needed in that city to protect what he calls a war-ravaged city. Earlier today, President Trump authorized the deployment of 300 National Guard troops to Chicago. Their mission will be to protect federal officers and property. This comes after protests and arrests at an ICE facility on Friday. The governor of Illinois is not in support of this order. Day 4 of the federal government shutdown, and there's no sign of an end at this time. Willie James Inman is your reporter in Washington with the latest.
This weekend, political leaders are digging in and showing no signs of compromise.
They wanted to shut the government down.
It's Chuck Schumer and the Democrats in the Senate.
Tens of thousands of federal workers have been furloughed, and the White House says it could fire thousands in the coming days. Americans are also feeling the impacts of the shutdown coast to coast.
This is our 3rd and finally successful attempt to get out to Alcatraz.
In San Francisco, popular tourist attractions like Alcatraz briefly closed but resumed operations on Friday. And for this year's Fleet Week in the Bay Area, Canada's snowbirds taking flight, but the Navy's Blue Angels grounded due to the shutdown.
If you're in the military for, X amount of years, and this is your opportunity to be involved in a thing like Fleet Week here in San Francisco, then I guess I would feel bad.
In the nation's capital, most museums remain open for now, but some landmarks are closed or have limited operations.
We were going to go to the National Archives this morning, and we couldn't because it was completely shut down.
Willie James Inman, CBS News, Washington.
All right, it's time now to talk football, UConn football, and boy, did the Huskies put on a show at home for the fans at Rentschler Field today. Your sports reporter Dan Booth joining us now. Dan, that was one impressive performance.
Mark, we've seen flashes throughout the season of the Huskies offense really turning it on and kicking it into high gear, and there was no doubt in this game this was one of their better performances of the season, and it was special because they had 527 yards of total offense, and they were dialed in from the opening kickoff. Whether it was on the ground or through the air, the Huskies offense looked unstoppable. Multiple explosive plays helped them jump out to a 17-0 lead. They were up 27-3 at the half, and they kept their paws on the gas pedal in the second half. Quarterback Joe Fagnano was in his bag all game long, completing 22 of his 28 passes, throwing for 355 yards and 4 touchdowns, 2 of which were caught by Skylar Bell, who had another big game as well. The Huskies picked up a jaw-dropping win, 51-10. This is the second time this season the UConn Huskies have scored 50-plus points in a game, and I can't think of a better performance to have heading into their bye week. Now, the Huskies defense was active in this game as well, forcing 5 turnovers. The full highlights are coming your way later on in sports. Plus, Joe Zone will tell us what Jim Mora thinks about earning his 100th career win. In studio, Dan Booth, Channel 3, Eyewitness Sports.
All right, thanks so much, Dan. Coming up on Eyewitness News at 11, the deaths of 2 young girls in New York City are possibly tied to a dangerous trend on the subways. And a huge turnout in Hartford for a walk to help end domestic violence. Supporters are hoping to make a difference while remembering a Connecticut mom lost tragically 6 years ago. And Gilmore Girls comes to downtown Hartford. How fans of the popular TV show enjoyed walking around Stars Hollow today.
KLR.com.
An investigation is underway in New York City where 2 young girls have died from what appears to be subway surfing. CBS News New York is reporting transit workers in Williamsburg, Brooklyn, found the bodies of the 2 girls on top of the J train around 3 o'clock this morning. Young people riding on the top of subway trains has become a very dangerous and deadly problem in the city. It's prompted a public awareness campaign. Ride inside, stay alive. A large crowd was drawn to Dunkin' Donuts Park in downtown Hartford today, taking part in the Jennifer Farber-Dulos Memorial Walk to End Domestic Violence. It was sponsored by the Interval House, honoring victims and survivors of domestic violence. It's been 6 years since Jennifer Farber-Dulos went missing. Police believe she is dead, though her body has never been found. She's believed to be a victim of domestic violence. And today's walk is part of a larger effort to bring awareness through involvement.
The key thing is to create awareness. So when we hold an event that is this kind of size, we bring more people in, more people have a great time. They commune together about this issue, and they go out and they talk about it. And that's raising awareness.
It can be overwhelming. It is hard, but it is so worth it. I've had people that I've known that died behind domestic violence, and I didn't want to be that person. And so, again, I decided to choose me and my children.
Interval House offers life-saving services and options for people who find themselves in dangerous living situations. Coming up here at 11, taking the court in honor of a Hartford native who loved basketball and whose life was cut short by cancer. And a warmer than usual night for October. We look live over New Haven. When will the feeling of fall return? Well, next is your First Alert forecast.
Time to prepare. This is why Channel 3 First Alerts.
We've got town fairs, Harwington, as well as Portland, the Apple Festival happening, Apple Harvest Festival, that is in Southington. Lots of great outdoor activities. It's the first weekend of October, certainly not feeling like it across Connecticut. And this beautiful picture coming in from Bob and Izzy from Gulf Beach in Milford, capturing the sun on its way down this evening. Just some scattered cirrus clouds. So today was unseasonably warm. Tomorrow, warmer than today, with temperatures peaking in the 80 to 85 degree range. And as we look ahead to the upcoming work week, it's going to start warm and dry. By midweek, we're tracking showers with a cold front that will lead to a cool end to the upcoming work week. And a look ahead to next weekend, we've got the Hartford Marathon Eversource Marathon, half relay, 5K, Fit Kids Run, and as of now, it's looking pretty good for runners, spectators, and all of the volunteers. On the allergy forecast here over the next couple of days, a bit of a tick in the upward direction thanks to those ragweed allergens. Otherwise, our view from Waterbury tonight, 61 degrees, a calm wind in the Brass City. From southeast Connecticut, New London, 54 with a calm wind there. So across the region, high pressure firmly in control, but as it shifts ever so slightly offshore on the backside of that, helping to pump in some warmer air. We are tracking a cold front moving from the Rockies into the northern plains. It's this front that by Wednesday will bring us the chance for some much needed rain here in Connecticut. So doing a little apple picking tomorrow, 8 o'clock in the morning inland, mid-50s, low 60s at the shoreline, mid-70s by the noon hour. And again, tomorrow afternoon, we reach or exceed 80 for many communities inland, push the upper 70s to near 80 along the 95 corridor. So 80 to 85 should do it for most communities inland, 75 to near 80 along the 95 corridor. So sun up tomorrow, 6:52, sets at 6:25, still losing around 2 to 3 minutes of daylight a day. So we've got high pressure Monday moving offshore, allowing that southwesterly flow to continue. A little bit of an uptick in humidity as we head toward the middle of the week. And as this front gets a little bit closer, say on Tuesday, the wind begins to pick up a bit out of the southwest. Not terribly strong, but something you may notice. Again, dew point values climb briefly late Tuesday into Wednesday, then drop with the passage of that cold front. Quick check of the tropics. No named storms right now, but with the National Hurricane Center monitoring a disturbance off the coast of Africa that's going to be moving into an area that is going to be fairly conducive for development. So a medium chance here for development over the next 5 to 7 days. Next name on the list is Jerry if it were to reach tropical storm status. On our first alert 7-day forecast, temperatures on Monday again into the low and mid 80s we go. Overnight lows eventually trending from the 50s into the 60s as that cold front gets closer. So breezy, increasing clouds on Tuesday with temperatures down in the upper 70s and low 80s. And here's the model comparison. Wednesday, pretty good model agreement with rain through the morning for the commute, but how long the rain lingers is to be determined. The European model moves it out much faster. Meanwhile, the American model keeps it around right on through the afternoon into the early evening time frame. So given the different speeds, the faster progression, say ½ inch to 1 inch of rain on the European model. Meanwhile, the American here showing we could see in parts of southern New England perhaps up to, if not over, 1 inch of rain. So still some timing uncertainties and as well surrounding how much rain could fall. But behind that front, 60 to 65 for high temperatures on Thursday. Friday, we start off in the upper 30s, especially inland, mid 60s by the afternoon. And then look ahead to next Saturday, looking great. Highs between 65 and 70.
All right, thanks so much, Mark. Now in Hartford today, a very special basketball tournament in honor of James Green, a well-known Hartford native, beloved father who died of osteosarcoma back in 2021 at the age of 27. The tournament was held at the Wilson Gray YMCA Youth and Family Center.
And we are honoring his legacy by playing basketball because it was something that he loved to do here. He was a beloved member. His family is here. We are now raising his 2 children here at our Y. And it's also to bring awareness to our Live Strong program.
And that Live Strong program helps families in the community affected by cancer. Fans of the TV show Gilmore Girls came from all over descending on downtown Hartford today for a very special event. Stars Hollow on Pratt Street, local stores transformed into Gilmore Girls businesses. Among them, Bloom Bake Shop turned into Luke's Diner.
It's so popular because it's such a cult classic TV show, and I think almost everyone has seen an episode or knows the reference, especially like the Luke's Coffee logo. It's just so recognizable, and it was on for so many seasons that it touches all of our hearts.
Everybody having a good time. Lots of activities for fans, dance classes, trivia, Gilmore Girls and Guys look-alike contest, maybe a beard and a hat on me. Do you think I could pass for Luke Danes, Dan?
You know what? Maybe I might be. You know what? Halloween, an opportunity for that.
There you go.
You know what? That's a great idea, Mark.
All right, I'm going for it.
And people were having a great time over at the Rent because the UConn football team exploded on offense against FIU. Central went into overtime against Sacred Heart, and we've got some high school football action to talk about next in sports.
Text GIFT to 505-505 now. Now, Channel 3 Eyewitness Sports.
Good evening, everyone. I'm Dan Booth. The UConn football team is coming off last week's thrilling win on the road against Buffalo, and they had plans of keeping their winning ways going against Florida International at the Rent. The Huskies offense was on fire from the opening kickoff. In the first, off the play action, Joe Fignano finds his man Skylar Bell over the middle for the touchdown. That was his 5th of the year. He scored another one later in this game to make it 6, and they on that score put the Huskies up by 7 right there, and then they just kept on rolling. After a 17-0 lead, they added to it right before the half when Fignano found Raymello Murphy fully in stride for a 61-yard score. They led 27-3 at the half, but that didn't just stop there because in the third, Fignano zips it over to Bristol Central alum Victor Rosa, who put multiple defenders in the blender, taking that pass 65 yards to the house. UConn put on a show for their home fans, winning 51-10. This is the second time this season the Huskies have scored 50-plus points in a game. In 3 quarters, Joe Fignano threw for 355 yards and had 4 touchdowns. This impressive win is special for multiple reasons. Here's your Hall of Fame sports director, Joe Zone.
For sure, this is UConn's best win of the season, offensively and defensively dominating the game. And what a time it comes, too. exactly halfway through the season, 6 games in, UConn 4-2 going to the bye. But the big story here today is what happened after the game when they celebrated Jim Mora's 100th career win.
I hadn't really thought about that it was the 100th win. You get dialed in on I just want one win. I just want one. I just want one more win. That's all I want in life right now. So, and I also know this, that it's also humbling because my dad, I still got like 85 to go to catch him. So that's incentive to keep coaching.
And don't think Mora isn't keeping score. He knows exactly what he's accomplished here.
We've now won more games here than they'd won since 2013. They'd won 21. We've won 22 in 3.5 years. And to me, it starts with certain people and their commitment to football.
There were tributes on the big screen here inside the stadium, and one that particularly touched Mora, Hall of Famer Ronnie Lott.
And so he's been, one of my heroes. And interestingly enough, yesterday morning, I showed our team a Ronnie Lott video. And I show our team every year, and just so happened to show it yesterday because Ronnie epitomizes I think everything that's right.
So it's a week off before Mora gets a chance at 101. They play at Boston College after the bye. Your reporter with the UConn football team, Joe Zone, Channel 3, Eyewitness News.
Thank you, Joe. Before coming to the station today, our very own Marc Robbins was on the call for the Central Connecticut showdown with Sacred Heart. Quarterback Brady Olson uses his legs to put Central up by 7 with 3 minutes to go. But here comes Sacred Heart. Jack Snyder, their quarterback, gets out of the pocket, does a great job of avoiding the pass rush, and then throws a bullet to Jason Palmieri, who was wide open in the end zone for the touchdown, tying the game at 35 points apiece. That score sent this game into overtime. Central got the ball first in OT, and Brady throws a great ball over the top to Elijah Howard, who came out of the backfield to make that big play, and that was the game-winning touchdown right there. The Blue Devils win in overtime, 42-35, snapping their 2-game skid and bringing the Pioneers' 3-game winning streak to an end. In addition to all the college football madness we had today, we had 4 of the high school teams in our Channel 3 Top 10 poll in action today on the gridiron. Let's take the drive down to Trumbull, where St. Joe's was hosting number 2 New Canaan, and this game was all about defense. Both teams were physical at the line of scrimmage. They refused to let either side build any type of momentum on offense. Explosive plays were hard to come by in the first half, through the air and on the ground, until right before halftime, when New Canaan's Andrew Esposito picks off this pass by H.T. Jones and then outruns the entire defense and my camera. I eventually caught up to him. There he is getting into the end zone. That is a huge pick 6 on that play, and that was the play of the game because it was the only touchdown scored all day long by either team. New Canaan remains unbeaten, winning a low-scoring affair 7-3. Elsewhere at the high school ranks, number 3 Greenwich took care of business against West Hill with a blowout win, 63-6. And another really interesting matchup, number 6 Staples defeated number 5 Darien 31-6. That's a big statement win for the Wreckers, who will most certainly be moving up in our top 10 poll. In the MLB playoffs, the Yankees are up in Toronto for the ALDS, and today was game 1 against the Blue Jays. And when you combine the Yankees pitching staff not really having a great day, a rough day in fact, and them having little to no success up at the plate, things did not go according to plan for the Yanks. It was close for most of this game, but eventually it went off the rails really fast, with the Jays scoring 7 runs in the final 3 innings. The Yankees fall 10-1, and they've got some work to do before tomorrow's game 2 at 4:08 in Toronto. So not the result the Yankees want right there, but great day in sports all the way around.
Do they come back tomorrow and win?
We'll see.
Oh.
Only time will tell.
I couldn't get him to commit. How about good weather tomorrow?
Absolutely.
I can get him to commit.
Yeah,
how about that? A weather guy committing.
Yeah, high confidence forecast for tomorrow. Yeah, 80 to 85 degrees, so great for the Southington Apple Harvest Festival. If you're doing a little leaf peeping, maybe go to the hills of northeast Connecticut. It's just not going to feel like the first weekend of October. That is the case as we start the new work week. Showers likely, much needed rain Wednesday, and then trending bright again thereafter, but also cooler seasonably so. High highs in the 60s. That will be nice.
That'd be beautiful.
Yeah.
All right, that'll do it for us tonight. For Dan and for Mark, I'm Marc Robbins. So long. We'll see you later.
Athletics.
Hey everyone, I'm Krista Marie.